8:10 on your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS. I am happy to have in studio with me from Study Pros in-home tutoring, Diane Trautman. Good morning.
Good morning, George.
And you're telling me you're about to celebrate your 9th anniversary of Study Pros coming up next week, correct?
Yes, we started in October of 2003, and we've worked with a lot of students over the last 9 years, and we're looking forward to going into year 10.
Well, this is neat. I'm looking at your website, studypros.com, by the way, and one of, I think, the fascinating aspects of Study Pros is that you're local. You're not a chain. You're not coming out of some other area that doesn't understand the Santa Clarita community. I think that's really important. Is that right?
Oh, I think it is, and it's a very personalized service, so it's not just a matter of we're linking your child who needs algebra tutoring to an algebra tutor, and that's it. I take into consideration, what the student's personality is like, what their interests are. I want to make that relationship click for the tutor and the student, because I think that's a large part of learning.
Right. Yeah, and that's what, looking at your tutor screening, you're talking about your extensive tutor screening process. What are some of the things that you consider when you're trying to match the right tutor with the right student?
Well, obviously we're looking at schedule, we're looking at location, and when the tutor can get there, how much time they would have, are they working with other clients, how are we, sort of dispatch in a way, we're coordinating schedules, but we're absolutely looking for someone who we think can make that connection with the student. Maybe the tutor is a musician and the student is into music, and that sort of a connection can help the tutor break the ice with the student, but it also helps them understand the practical applications of what they're learning. So if they can integrate math into the discussion and have the music play a part in that, or if the tutor likes sports and the student is into sports, the tutor can help the student start to make a connection with what they're learning and apply it to other things, because a lot of times in the classroom everything's moving so quickly and the student doesn't really know the practical application. They'll turn around and say, I'm never going to use this again, so why do I need to learn it? Well, here's why. We want to show you how that is, and we want to excite the student too.
Well, and that's important too, especially in that kind of having the relational experience of the tutor and the student. It's not just someone who's coming in who may have just all brains and no personality, right? And that's partly one of the issues why people are looking for tutors. Students, I should say, are looking for tutors anyway. Is that they're not having that connection. There's that barrier in the class. Maybe they're not relating to the teacher. Maybe it's something also, even on some aspects, the student doesn't want to feel dumb, so they just kind of keep it locked in. But of course, the parent wants to make sure that they are going to at least pass the course and if not excel in the course.
Well,
correct?
And that's the other thing too. Our tutors are not just saying, okay, we're going to work through your homework and that's it, we're done. They're going to find out where the student's having issues and go back and retrace that and help to remedy maybe that loss of information leading up to the current problem, or to help them accelerate, certainly. But we want the tutor to really sort of mentor the student and help them become confident in the subject and confident enough to go back into the classroom and be willing to raise their hand and be willing to be wrong. Because if they have at least some basic confidence in what they're doing, they can learn to take that risk of raising their hand. But if they feel completely lost, they won't do it and they will get further behind.
And that can also, once they establish that confidence in one subject, that can actually blend into their other subjects and actually raise their academic standards all across the board.
Absolutely. And sometimes students have trouble in math because they're working on word problems, and maybe the reading comprehension isn't where it should be. So, we're going to look at all of the possible solutions and then help the student move forward with confidence.
Well, looking at your website, which is well-rounded, and anybody who is looking for a service like this, especially a tutor, to check out studypros.com. And I'm looking at just an amazing amount of success stories that you have here. And that is always, testimonials are always the best, but I would urge anybody to take a look at this as studypros.com. Now, I also know that you are very much involved in the community and involved in looking at your background. You've it looks like very much involved in leadership positions, the PTA and stuff like that. Are you still involved in those types of organizations?
I am. I'm actually on the 34th District PTA board right now with community concerns and parent involvement. And, you know, ultimately parent involvement is the thing that really helps kids learn. So, but there's so much to address in that area, so I'm just trying to do that. And the 34th District covers the Santa Clarita Valley and the Antelope Valley. But I've been involved in PTA for, oh my gosh, 18 years, 16 years, something like that. I haven't even stopped to think about it. Then I'm involved in the community anyway. I've volunteered in the classroom. I've been on site council and all of those things.
Yeah, we've actually met in other causal type of things for the city of Santa Clarita, or people actually at a city council person that was running for city council is how we've actually met and come across.
Yes,
so
and I'm back on the planning commission too.
Well,
so.
that's terrific. Yeah, I noticed that. Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
So that's a good thing that you're very involved in the community. You focus on Santa Clarita and understand the local educational aspects of all the schools here. And so I would urge anybody who feels they might need a tutor or think about having a tutor or helping their child achieve academically to contact Diane at Study Pros. That number is 296-9206, and it's studypros.com. Diane Trautman, thank you so much for coming in. It's been a great morning. I love it.
Thank you, George.
All right. Have a great day.
You too.